Welcome to our channel Lightning Vision. Today Mother will talk to us about honesty. Welcome, Mother.
Thank you.
So Mother, do we always have to be honest, or should we sometimes hide the truth a little bit?
It's a good question. I would say for yourself, you should not hide anything. But that does not mean that you have to say it. Or you can say, that does not always mean that you have to say it in a very straightforward manner, or immediately, or it depends what it's about and whom you have in front of you. But towards yourself, yes, you have to learn to be very honest. Yes. Because, as I already told in the videos about communication, if you're not clear inside of yourself, with yourself, you will not be clear with the world around you, and that creates a lot of problems. It's one of the biggest sources of problems, as I already told. So, honesty, before you can be honest with the world around you, you have to be honest with yourself. And then you will see that there's a part of you that that's quite clear about certain things, that knows what it wants or what it doesn't want. But you will always see, and that's the difficulty, there's a part of you that keeps something hidden, attached to that subject. That's to say, every subject in life that you have an opinion about, that you can be honest with yourself, or not, has two parts. A part that is very easy to admit or to see, and a part that's less easy to admit or to see, or even completely hidden. And but even when it's hidden, somehow you know. Somehow you know, always. But you prefer not to know. Well, that part is the factor that's creating the problems. And also when we talk about being honest, when you're so the first thing, as I already said, you have to do is to be honest with yourself and to search all the factors or all the opinions you bear inside of you, linked to the subject you're thinking about, or you want to express yourself about, or it's you and you. And the more you know about your real inner truth, the more clear you're with yourself, the more honest you are towards yourself, the more you have strength in the discussion or in the situation. But that does not mean that you always have to say it immediately. Or it depends, because it depends on to whom you are talking and what it is about. Sometimes it needs a strategy to transmit what you want to say, because you know the persons are not ready to hear what you're going to tell them. So you can start with a little bit and then a bit more. But this can be very honest. If you're honest with yourself, really honest, very truthful, then you can adopt this strategy of transmitting little by little, because you really think about the ones that have to integrate this and digest this, and they cannot have the whole part
All at once.
All at once. But you have to know that before something becomes really clear for yourself, in many cases this takes time. Depends again on the subject. But when it comes to real hot subjects, very often it takes time to come to a certain point before you say, and now I have to say this, and this has to become clear. So you already have had quite a road you walked on before you came to the point, yes, this is my truth and now I want to say this. But you have to know that before you have made up your mind, so you see clear and you know what you're going to say. It has taken some time, months, perhaps years. So why do you have to be careful? Because when you talk to the others, they have not gone this path with you all this time. For them it's completely new. Not always. But if it's completely new for them what you are going to say, and you have this feeling and in fact you know it, then you have to be careful, and then you have to announce it and put a little bit clothes on it so that it will be accepted. So I would say it depends on the subject and how much time it took you to come to the point to see clear and to know what you want and to be truthful with yourself. If it has taken quite some time, well then do not say it like that to the others, because it will take them also time to digest this. Not always, but if they already felt it, but that's not in all the cases. Again, a lot depends on you. What it has taken for you to come to that point, how long, how much work, how much courage, how much fear you had to overcome, and then finding the way to transmit it. But you can have an idea of the best way to tell your truth if you know what it took, as I already said, for you to come to that point. Mm-hmm. If it was very easy for you to get there, well, then you have a good chance that it will not be so difficult neither for those who surround or for those who are around you, because somehow they lived all the time with you, so they must have, even on an unconscious level, felt something. If it's something easy for you to admit and to say, 9 out of 10 cases it will be quite easy for your surroundings to accept that. If it was very difficult for you, well then very often it's not so easy also for those who are around you. Not always. Not always. Some, if they really felt it already long time, it might be they already know it before you know it. But you have to this is analyzing, feeling, experience. Mm-hmm. But it all depends on how clear you're with yourself. Did you follow the whole of the process in yourself? Have you seen what you've gone through to come to that point? And so you can weigh out, try to balance and feel, well, what will be what will be the effect on the others or on the other. You can you can make yourself an idea about this. So as I already said, honesty is not a question of having the courage to say everything that passes through your head at any moment of the day to anybody. It has to do with wisdom, with knowing what it's about in yourself, with having followed the process that it took you to come to this knowledge, to this vision, to this opinion, and then having also an idea how this will be felt or accepted by the ones that are around you. Mm-hmm. I would definitely not say, well, everything that's your truth you can say to everybody. No, you can't. No. But the most important thing is that it's clear for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because that will, in spite of everything, make that you know when to say yes and when to say no. You do not have to explain everything at that moment. But when you're clear with yourself, you can easily feel, well, this is what is in harmony with my inner truth, and that is not in harmony with my inner truth. So you can say yes or no. That's the most important thing in life. Explaining your truth and saying everything about it, it's not always necessary. It depends on the persons that you have in front of you. But the most important thing is that your truth, your inner truth, can make it more easy for you to be clear in your own choices.
Thank you so much, Mother. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I encourage you to watch the other one because they're all so inspiring. And I wish you a very good day, and we will see you very soon. Goodbye.
A wild rose she blooms in the valley, unseen to the eye of the passer-by, but my heart was touched by her presence and the beauty she tried to hide. But my heart was touched by her presence and the beauty she tried to hide. The wild rose she grows in the valley, barely noticed by the eye of the passer-by. Her petals are soft and pink, so shy that it's taken for simply white. Her petals are soft and pink, so shy that it's taken for simply white. The wild rose she covers the valley, overlooked by the eyes of the passers-by. If you want to discover her presence, another beauty should be your guide. If you want to discover her presence, another beauty should be your guide.